So I got some tips for new riders. You know, whether you're new to sport bikes or you've been riding them for a while, maybe you've been riding street, you know, commuting in town for a few years, your suspension is number one. Even having the sag set is very important. You know, get it dialed in for your weight, the compression, rebound, and all that stuff set up properly for you. If you don't have your suspension set up properly, it's dangerous. It's a danger. You know, if your rebound is set wrong, it could have you push it through the turns. Your front tire will be lifting and pushing through the turn. Thanks, buddy. So get your suspension done, period. It's most places that know how to set it up, they'll set it up for you for like 20 or 30 bucks. Take a few measurements. It's worth it. You go buy a 600 Jap bike and the tires that come on there are garbage. They are straight up one compound commuting tires. And they're not going to do anything but get you hurt on the twisties. So, you know, I recommend if you go with Pirelli Rossa Corso or Q3, which is what I run. They heat up really fast and they're a very predictable tire. Next important thing about tires, pressure. I typically run 34 in the front, 32 in the rear. You want that carcass to flex a little bit on the corners, and it's going to give you a bigger contact patch. If you run the standard 46, I think it is for the rear, you know, you're only going to have like a credit card width of tire touching the ground. Something else about tires. There's a proper way to warm them up. Yeah, of course on the track and everything you run tire warmers, but even with sticky tires, you run them cold and you push them really hard right away, you could go down. So I'm going to show you what not to do, the common myth, and then I'm going to show you how to warm them up. Very easy. It's a very simple process. This does not warm up your tires. I know you see race cars doing it. You see all these other people doing it. That's a myth. And I'm going to show you how to warm up your tires right now. So you take your little gear shifter. We're down in first. We're up in the RPMs. Hard acceleration, hard braking. That is how you warm up your tires. Your tire temperature on acceleration and braking will spike really hard. And you get a couple of these. Get a couple good hard accelerations on some straights, and then some decently hard braking right before you go into a turn, and your tires are going to be nice and toasty. Something else that's a good tip that I could give for a newer rider or somebody new to the twisties is going to be, look at this tandem stuff. Go ahead and get used to getting off the bike a little bit. On a super sport, if you are hitting these corners fast and you do not get off the bike, you are going to run out of tire and you're going to eat it. I know people, you know, brand new riders are going to say, oh man, I don't want to get off the bike, I don't want to fall over, but like I'm set up for a hard turn right now. And it naturally just wants to pull me in. Compression, your dampening, and your rebound, if you just have that stuff set, and then actually have some decent tires and know a little bit about body position, it could probably save a lot of people. I would say it could save 80% of the people that go down. I mean, easy. We had 2 people last weekend go down up here, and they're newer riders, and they don't understand body positioning. And they also have really hard, like touring commuter tires on their bikes that don't get hot, do not get sticky. But one of the guys went down because it was like a left-hand sweeper, and you could take that left-hand sweeper pretty fast. I mean, you could take it at 50 miles an hour fairly easy if you have a little bit of experience, you know. And he ran too wide, ran off the road because he ran so wide, and there's a sign on your right, a guardrail on your left, and shortly after that, a cliff. So he target fixated and grabbed a handful of front brake, and boom. The other wreck was a girl, and she ran wide in a left-hand sweeper, and she plowed into a guardrail. And you know, without going into tires and all that stuff, proper body positioning could have saved both of them from getting hurt, and both of them from tearing up their bikes. Hopefully this information could help somebody. I could go into it more. Definitely, you could literally talk about this stuff all day. So if anybody has any questions, you can comment below, and I'll make sure to answer them and get back to you. If I need to make a new video that goes into another subject better, I could do that.